Hikers were stranded on Mount Everest by a freak snowstorm. Hundreds are still waiting to be rescued, risking hypothermia.
White people went on Mount Everest and walked up that mountain voluntarily with no money added to the vision or the vision of going up there. White people, can I ask y'all, why do you like trouble? You guys like camping with the bears, rucking up the mountains, etc., etc.
1,000. Nobody paid them, nobody forced them, they just woke up one day and said, you know what sounds fun? Freezing to death on a mountain. And now they're stuck up there because of, wait for it, a blizzard.
Why do people do this? Now, I've done videos on climbing Mount Everest before, talking about the lines people have to wait in, and the cost of it all, and the trash at the top, but I want you to look at this video blowing up.
Okay, good job.
I'm sorry, but climbing Mount Everest is some bullshit.
You know, every year, hundreds of people spend tens of thousands of dollars to climb Mount Everest. And every year, some of them die trying. We've all heard the stories. Frozen bodies on the path, oxygen tanks littering the trails, Sherpas risking their lives for the dreams of strangers. Yet, people keep climbing, and it makes you wonder. Why? Why would anyone willingly risk death to stand on a peak already crowded with tragedy? It's not even free. In fact, it's one of the most expensive adventures in the world, costing anywhere from $40,000 to $100,000 just to try. So if people know the risks, if the government knows the death toll, and if the mountain is literally filled with frozen reminders of what can go wrong, then why do people keep climbing Mount Everest?
How long have people been climbing Mount Everest? All the people who have lost their lives climbing this mountain, bro. And we still doing this shit. And the thing is, I feel real bad for these people. I don't want anything to happen to them. I really hope there is a way we can save them. But at the same time, right here, it's like God has been trying to stop people from climbing this mountain for years. And people still want to take this dangerous fucking route on Mount Everest.
My question is, why? Why would you want to climb a mountain that's higher than the clouds in the sky? Why would you want to climb a mountain where you have to bring your own oxygen? Why would you want to climb a mountain that takes 12 days just to reach the base camp? Why would you want to climb a mountain that takes a month or two to climb? Why would you want to climb a mountain where there's hundreds of dead bodies that have been there forever? There are bodies that have been there since the 80s and 90s. These people are nicknaming these dead bodies. Imagine you try to climb Mount Everest and you fail and you die in the process and people start calling you green boots. I would be heated in the afterlife. They're using the dead bodies as pinpoints in case they don't know where they at. And I bet 100% everybody that makes it all the way to the top, it don't even be that like I bet they don't even be doing all that. I bet it's not even all that.
And what the fuck do you mean 1,000 hikers are stuck on fucking Mount Everest? Mount Optional Everest? Like the mountain that you actually don't have to climb, Mount Everest? Like the mountain whose PR team has made it very clear that if you climb this fucking mountain, you are going to die, Mount Everest? A mountain that is flooded with dead bodies that cannot be retrieved, Mount Everest? I am genuinely confused on why anybody, let alone 1,000 people, would choose to go fucking Mount Everest. Is the view that goddamn good at the top? It's the fact that climbing that mountain is not free. Climbing that mountain is not free. It costs thousands of fucking dollars. Thousands of American doll hairs, and y'all are paying to go be unalived.
So y'all, now I don't mean to sound cold-hearted, but baby, why are there 1,000 white folks stuck on Mount Everest right now? 1,000. Nobody paid them, nobody forced them, they just woke up one day and said, you know what sounds fun? Freezing to death on a mountain. And now they're stuck up there because of, wait for it, a blizzard. On Mount Everest. Like, who could have seen that coming? Maybe the weather app y'all clearly didn't check before you packed your trail mix and your privilege. And the best part, they can't even find half of them. The rescue team's out there like, we're trying, but it's cold as hell up here. I bet it is. You climbed into the sky. See, this right here is why I say I fully support white people doing white people things without me. I'm not built for that. I'm not hiking up no mountain where the air don't even want to exist. If I gotta bring my own oxygen, that's God telling me stay your ass home. But real talk, I hope they find those people safe. I really do. But after this, please, let's retire Mount Everest from the vacation list.
Just imagine you going hiking, not expecting what's going to happen. All of a sudden, a major snowstorm just come out of nowhere. The storm comes, the ice start crushing the tents. Almost 1,000 people stuck on Mount Everest. And now they're saying that they're sending some help to try to go get the people from off Mount Everest. Child, humans. When are we gonna learn? Some things is just not meant for us to be at certain places. Just leave it alone. Just leave it up to Mother Nature to do its part.
See, Mount Everest isn't just a mountain anymore. It's a brand, a symbol of wealth, privilege, and ego disguised as adventure. For many, it's not about discovery. It's about status. You don't climb it because you love mountains. You climb it because you want to say you did it. You want the photo, the bragging rights, the Instagram caption, I conquered Everest. But here's the thing. Nobody really conquers Everest. The mountain decides who stays and who goes. Expeditions can cost up to 160,000, and that doesn't include rescue fees. Helicopter evacuation can reach up to 25,000 on their own, and yet people still sign up, chasing what climbers call summit fever, a dangerous obsession to reach the top, the top no matter the warning signs. Meanwhile, the Sherpas, the true heroes of every climb, earn as little as 4,000 to 10,000 a season, risking everything for someone else's, ego trip. Here's where the story of Everest turns from adventure into tragedy and maybe even hypocrisy. Think about this. Thousands, 1,000 people stuck on that mountain, 1,000 human beings. All, we are not sure whether they're all frozen, but trapped by their own decision to chase a dream that's been marketed as the ultimate test of human spirit. But what about the people who have to save them? Sherpas, the indigenous climbers of Nepal, are the ones who carry the loads, set the ropes, and literally guide wealthy foreigners to the top. They are the ones who walk through the death zone, the part of the mountain where the air itself tries to kill you, just to help others plant a flag and take a photo. And for all that, most Sherpas make between 4,000 to 10,000 for the season, not per climb, for the entire season. They pay for their own equipment. They risk their lives every single day. And yet, they are often seen as background characters in someone else's adventure story. Meanwhile, the clients who can afford to drop 100,000 for a luxury climb are the ones being rescued when things go wrong. And that's where the ethical debate begins. If you can afford to spend 6 figures to climb Everest, should taxpayers or local governments be responsible for rescuing you when you get stuck? Because those rescue costs, often 15,000 to 25,000 per helicopter, aren't included in most expedition packages. Meaning, when a disaster strikes, it's the Sherpas or Nepalese government that shoulders the risk, while the climbers walk away, if they are lucky enough to walk away at all. And then there is the mountain itself. Everest isn't just dangerous, it's dying. They call it garbage dump in the sky. Each year, climbers leave behind over 26,000 pounds of human waste. Torn tents, empty oxygen tanks, and snack wrappers are frozen into the glacier like scars, and scattered among them are the bodies of over 200 climbers, too dangerous to recover, forever preserved in ice. Many of these bodies have become landmarks. Imagine that you are stepping on human remains on your way to take a selfie. This isn't just an adventure anymore, it's a spectacle. A mountain that the sharper people once considered sacred has become a playground for the rich. It's no longer a test of spirit, it's a test of privilege, and yet people still go. Why? Because human beings are addicted to validation. We crave recognition, we chase legacy, we want to feel important, even if it costs our lives. Most climbers will tell you it's about personal growth or conquering fear. And for a few, that's true. There are still genuine adventurers out there who love the mountain for what it is. But for many others, it's an expensive ego trip, a bucket list item they buy with money and justify with meaning. And maybe that is what that makes Everest so tragic. Not just the deaths, but the reasons behind them. The people who die up there are often driven by the same thing that drives all of us: the desire to matter, to be seen, to achieve something extraordinary, but at what cost? The irony is that Everest doesn't care who you are. It doesn't care about your money, your ambition, your camera, or your followers. It doesn't care about your story. The mountain always wins. And maybe that is why the world keeps watching, because Everest reminds us of something we keep trying to forget: that nature doesn't bend to human ego. It's sacred, it's dangerous, it's not meant to be owned, bought, or climbed for social currency. So maybe the real question isn't why do people still climb Mount Everest? Maybe it's when will we finally learn to respect it? Guys, let me know your answer on the comment section. What are your thoughts? Also, remember to subscribe, like, and share as well. And until next time, bye-bye.